another episode of Wow Natchez. Today we are visiting with Eddie and Alicia Dutton, who have just recently moved here from Georgia. They have purchased property in the historic part of downtown Natchez. Can you tell us your journey that brought you to Natchez?
Oh yes. We had actually just purchased a new condo in Atlanta 3 weeks prior and had the itch to travel somewhere because we travel quite a lot, and we came to Natchez and I saw the wild eye in my the wild look in my husband's eye, and I knew that we were probably going to buy property here, and I loved it, don't get me wrong. I saw the houses with the porches, and we got sucked in like everybody else.
Okay.
It's true. I knew driving through downtown Natchez, and we pulled up to Choctaw Hall with David Gardner, and I knew that I'd be living here eventually.
That is awesome. What is it that you found that you absolutely loved about Natchez?
Well, I would say that I probably loved everything about Natchez, but the things that I love in particular were obviously the homes, just the beauty of Natchez, but as I got to know some of the residents, it was the characters and their backstories, and I was like, I think I would like to be a part of this place.
I agree. Of course, the initial impression was the architecture and the landscaping and the historic downtown. But as we got to know people, we started out at Natchez Coffee Company. I think that's where that was our first breakfast, our first introduction to Natchez natives.
And the local, yeah, the locals.
The
for
locals,
sure.
and absolutely loved it. I mean, there's an eclectic mix of people here.
There is.
Everybody has a tremendous backstory. Everybody's interesting. I've not met one person I don't like yet. I've been here 3 months, and I usually start checking people off within 3 minutes.
That's great. What drives and motivates you daily?
Definitely to see progress on the property that we bought. It's nice to get up and get started with renovations or decorating the B&Bs, or just building, painting, and seeing at the end of the day the results of our work that we've put in. That's very motivating, because then I'm ready to get back up and do it all again the next day, and it doesn't seem like work at all.
I agree. I mean, every day we have a punch list that's at least a page long that has to get done. And even when you do a little thing to improve, it's evident immediately. I do like that. It's, continual positive reinforcement. And we are also contributing, because we're trying to beautify. It was beautiful buildings anyway, but we just continue to.
Well, and you are contributing, and that's another thing we can touch on, is the fact that you bought a business that was already established,
Right.
and you're kind of changing that
Right.
to be a new venue in downtown Natchez, which is so exciting for Natchez.
And it's important to note with that also that while we did buy the business, Alicia instinctively knew that it was important to maintain that Hal Gardner bridal registry especially. And John Grady Burns over at Nestle's.
He was the perfect fit.
He is the perfect match for that business.
It is definitely.
He was kind of the heir apparent to me.
He was the heir apparent, absolutely.
After I got to know everybody, and I was like, oh.
We'd been hearing about John Grady Burns when we first came here, within the first couple of days. And,
yeah.
We went to Nest to visit him, but he wasn't there. He was away on a vine. But everything we heard and when I met him, of course. So we're glad that part of this business continues.
Yeah,
and
it
we
just seems to be fitting.
Yeah, and we just felt like, our focus was the dinner theater, that we're going to create here. We had a theater company in Atlanta, and technically we still do, but we're shutting that down, and we're just excited to start our own theater here in Natchez. So.
And I will have to say, I'm not going for brownie points here, but Alicia is fully immersed in the arts. She's a writer, she's a director, she has visions, she writes musicals, books, and so she knows what she wants. I've seen it in action, and I know it's just going to be a big hit here at Natchez.
Thank you. Brownie point.
Well, tell me a little more about what your plans are for the property you bought.
Well, we are actually going to reside in this property right on Franklin Street, and next door we are going to start a saloon called Rebel Bell Saloon.
Oh,
The name of, we actually own a theatrical production company. I represent my own shows and other people's shows. I market those to theaters. We represent a lot of writers from New York. And the name of my company is Rebel Bell Publishing. So because we break the rules of theatrical publishing, we're kind of both rebels in our own little way. And so it's going to be a very nice upscale type bar, kind of like a little cabaret with a piano and a soloist on some nights.
And then redo the courtyard.
Oh yeah, and the courtyard's going to be completely redone, and thank goodness we'll be able to socially distance out here and things of that nature. And then of course we're going to have our dinner theater, and that's we already have the website up. It's going to be called Magnolia Dinner Theater and event venue. So we're just chomping at the bit. COVID slowed us down quite a bit, but that's okay because we're ready to go now.
Just a commentary on the event venue. Besides, of course, the plays and musicals that Alicia will be doing, we feel that parts of the community here are underserved as far as being able to
have an affordable very nice venue
place.
that.
No, we don't have any.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to have a great, 5th birthday party for their grandchild, and we just find that.
Everybody here wants to have a beautiful wedding reception,
Right.
or a place to have an anniversary party.
Or any type of
Anything,
party.
anything of that nature. Sweet 16, things of that nature. And we want to create a venue that you'll be proud to walk into. Beautiful chandeliers, beautiful decor, and
Affordable.
yeah, that will, as Marie Kondo says, that will spark joy, when you walk in. And we want to create something like that here that is affordable and serves the entire community.
We love everybody, so
Yeah.
we want to,
All right, well,
embrace
Natchez
everybody.
is going to love y'all too.
Oh, that's so sweet.
If you had one piece of advice to share with the young people of today, what would that be?
I would say be self-motivated. Whether you have a support system or whether you don't, you're really not going to achieve things unless you are self-motivated. And, some people have disadvantages, other people have advantages, but none of that matters unless you're self-motivated. And the really important thing I like to say is the decisions that you make as a teenager within the next 5 to 7 years are the decisions that will affect how you spend the next 50 to 60 years.
You're so right.
And I'm not saying that, it's going to be too late. It's never too late. But if you make bad decisions as a teenager and then you kind of have to reboot and restart later in life, it's 10 times harder than if you just tried to be motivated and make good decisions in your teenage years. Do it now. And my other bit of advice would be learn from other people's mistakes and not your own.
Hurts less.
Hurts a lot less. Yeah, take it from me.
I completely agree with Alicia. I'm a retired Marine, so I believe in self-motivation. I believe in setting an obtainable goal and making sure you hit those goals. Start small and you can start gaining on that. Pay attention in school. I know you get sick of old people telling you that, but I got a slow start in life. I was a punk in high school, and I didn't really become successful until later on in life. Stay in school, read books.
And learn, I would also say, like I told my children, learn a skill.
Absolutely.
Learn something that nobody else can do, and you'll always be in demand.
That's right.
I'm like, learn how to fix an air conditioner because you will be wealthy and in demand.
That's right.
Learn how to fix somebody's car. You'll be wealthy and you'll be in demand.
That's right.
I mean, if college is not for you, you can still be wildly successful. Learning a trade, learning a skill. So,
Once again, that's 100%. I started out as a welder in the Bronx. I went to the Marine Corps, then I became a pharmacist. So You
He
have
covered
to,
all the bases.
Yes.
but you know, learn a trade if you're not into college. Not for everybody. I mean, I did 8 years of college, so I did it because I had to. It's a good choice if that's what you're into, but don't, you know, the trades are great. And we tell people every time, we go to many small towns across the country, it's okay to go away and make your mark, but come back. Because Alicia and I have been all over the world, everywhere. The best place, I've told at least 10 people already, I wish I was born and raised in Natchez, Mississippi.
Yes.
This is just a beautiful place to come up. It's a beautiful community. And don't run away from small town America, because that is what America is, small town America.
Well, that is great advice. Great advice. Okay, and this is the final question on Wow Natchez for today. But what is the one word that best describes you?
I'm sure a lot of people have had choice words for me. but the word for myself that I'm going to pick is, I would probably say tenacious. I feel like I've had to work maybe a little harder than some of the people I grew up with, and had it not been for my tenacity, you know, I probably wouldn't have done as well as I have done. So I've just had to be very tenacious and just keep, you know, keep going.
Wow, it's a tough question. I've been thinking of words.
I know,
Hear a word she said.
I'm
She took my
terrified
word.
what's going to come out of his mouth.
She took my
actually.
word. Tenacious, what's synonymous with tenacious? Listen, I'm a hard charger. I've been known through all my professions as a hard charging individual, and that's, I believe I'm still that way.
Perseverance?
Perseverance.
Yes,
Good word.
perseverance.
Thank
We'll
you
take
for this.
it.
We'll take it. Thank you, Sharon.
You're welcome. We want to thank Eddy and Alicia today for being with us and sharing all of their experiences and how they got to Natchez and being in Natchez and all the renovation and community involvement they're going to be in, and we're just so happy and ecstatic to have them in Natchez.
Thank you very much. And we'd like to thank you, Sharon, Michael, and Jerry for doing this interview.
Thank you.